why? I mean, you mentioned a couple of times before, like if they had been exclusive to you first, then you would have been exclusive to them, and it could have turned into something, right? Why is it his responsibility to be exclusive first?
I think it's just something that we both mutually have to say first. Not necessarily like he has to do it first. I actually when I actually like somebody at first, I am quite loyal to them, especially emotionally. Like physically, like not so much, because I think that nowadays like physical relationships are so like easy to come across. Like they're not that meaningful.
They're easy to come across for women.
Okay.
They're not easy to come across for the average guy.
It does take two to tango. So I don't know completely, but I think I'm more emotionally loyal than I am physically at the beginning of a talking phase with somebody.
Wait, can you? Can you just repeat what you just said there?
I said I'm more loyal if I see that there is potential. What I said was I am more loyal emotionally in the beginning of when I first meet somebody and see like there could be like something possibly there, but not so much physically, because the physical stuff doesn't mean as much to me as like the emotional stuff, because I mean it's 2023, like people do sleep around, they do, and I think like the emotional investment is more important than the physical one. Obviously if I'm like seeing a guy and he like has sex with another girl, like that's gonna make me mad, but from the get-go, like in the beginning of meeting somebody, it's just.
But don't you think that's detrimental for you, that you're saying that it's more emotional, that's what matters for you? But what about for the guy's part? Like you're saying physical doesn't matter, but for him that does matter.
I don't see anybody else physically if I think that he is also not.
Why do you have to think it? Why can't you like talk about it? If you were the first to initiate this conversation and get the answer, then you could just stop it right there instead of like everything else. No?
So I think my issue, or not even my issue, it's hard to talk to a guy to tell him to stop seeing other girls straight off the bat, because then they're going to get scared away. That's like what I've noticed, because they're just
do you think that's something you have to tell a guy, or does he know when he just has to do it?
I don't know. I feel like that's more like 50-50, because he could bring it up if it's like a concern to him, and then I can bring it up if it's a concern to me. But when we're getting to know each other, like it's hard to tell what will be receptive to him.
Do you think it's like that on your end because he does that on purpose, or just that's just how it is?
Does what on purpose?
The fact that it's confusing. Most of the time if you're confused, it's because he wants it to be confusing. A guy actually knows when they want to be with a girl. Don't you think so?
Yeah, and that's generally when I'm not like super physically invested in him, and I'll see other people.
So when he's showing interest, when you lose interest in like that's what that sounded like to me.
She said that like if he isn't showing interest, right?
So don't you think you're playing like a cat mouse game then? It's almost like saying I want to be fit for the summer, but like springtime, wintertime, you're eating like shit. So by the time you want a relationship, that guy's gonna be like, you've showed me that you're never going to be relationship material, because you're just like having fun.
Yeah, I'm having fun until I see that there's no reason not to anymore.
There's
like
also
there's something holding me back.
Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
There's also something here where just by going on what you've told us about the guys that you are seeing, you are proactively picking men who have options. You're not settling. You're not picking the guy who would commit to you because he ain't got a bunch of other women he wants to fuck. But you see what I'm trying to say here? Like the guys you're picking, they're not committing to you because the guys you're picking are guys that have a ton of options. You're picking guys who are playboys.
Yeah.
What if you set your intentions? Like if you told them like, oh, I want it this way, and I'm gonna do it this way. I want to fuck you, so you're gonna fuck me. And if that's not what you want to do, you decide then. It's like, okay, well then I'm gonna sleep around with other people as well. Like I understand what you're saying, but like if you are just sleeping around because you think that this person doesn't want to be with you, then it kind of like defeats the purpose, because now we both don't trust each other. Instead of we could have just established a situation where we did understand that we both wanted to fuck each other and other people, or we just wanted to do it with each other, or whatever the case may be. I know that talking about it is really scary, but at the same time, it might be necessary to break a pattern or stop a cycle of doing the same things over and over.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was trying to get at, like break the pattern.
And I agree, and I think I just said think again. I shouldn't have used the word thinking that they aren't seeing anyone. It's like, they're showing it. Like I've had guys, I took him out, we went on multiple dates together, and the next time I invited him out and he showed up with his ex-girlfriend. And I'm like, what the heck? I was like, what in the world?
Savage.
So, yeah.
But also,
And-
my next question to you